your arrival.
My kind? I'm not the person I was. I am no longer your slave.
You will always be an owl. What?
Who? The free... I did... You... Ugh.
This is tough.
Of all the futures I had seen, this was not amongst them. Despite all of my preparation and all the Elex, you have shown yourself stronger than all of that.
So, will you submit, or will you die?
You have defeated me, but you are not strong enough to fight the beings coming to rule our world. If I die, then so does Magalan.
You cannot be allowed to complete your plan. You will work with the Free People. Your insight will help us to defeat these invaders.
The Free People are not strong enough to survive.
Your prediction about me was wrong. You cannot predict what the future holds.
We will control our own future. Once the mana takes effect, you will see this.
You know nothing of the future. I see all, and I tell you that you cannot fight them.
We will see to that.
So much suffering. An ocean of blood gushes over the land. Lives, potential. Drown in it.
You can see it all now. That destruction was all your work.
Then you have no choice. You must destroy me. This suffering cannot
Starting
continue.
again.
Remember when you were human? Before the comet hit, before the Elex changed you. Your name was Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins. Your plan was to save only yourself, but you have changed. You are realizing that the world must be saved. You can become a force for good.
I can't. It is too late. People can never trust me.
Then I will go to them. I will convince them your abilities are key to the future for all the people of Magalan. I will tell them your knowledge is the only way to stop this enemy.
Those who would be the new lords of this world will arrive soon. It is your task to prepare the people of Magalan for their arrival. Those who would...
Magellan, a world reshaped by the comet. A civilization lost in fire and ash. The hybrid spoke of his plan to prepare the world for what is to come. To make us understand the changes that Elex is making to our world. But after all the years of his secrecy, the blood that has been spilled to gather Elex to feed his powers. Who will listen to his warning? There is power in Elex. It has changed every living thing on Magellan. The creatures that made it, that reforged our world from out amongst the stars, are coming to claim their creation. Will that mean an end to all that is here? Or will it be a gateway to evolution? It is now my task to prepare for that day. To decide the future of Magellan. The hybrid's era is gone. Now, all the factions must decide. I have chosen my destiny. Now they must choose theirs. Okay.
It is done. The machine has commenced its work. Our future is at hand. Soon, we will claim the rewards we have been promised.
You must be prepared for changes.
Yes. And now the hybrid will bring all of us to the next step of evolution.
No. The hybrid has consumed some berserker mana. He is changing.
Mana? Didn't that poison him?
It has changed him for the sake of all Magellan. Things must change here in the Ice Palace.
But if what you are saying is true, then our future is not predetermined as the hybrid said.
Correct. It is for us to decide our future. Our people will have to change. We must work with all the people on Magellan from now on. This is our only chance in the times to come.
Then we must begin our planning and start the work of rebuilding Zakor. We must ensure that traitor Zardom is given no more chances to interfere with our work.
I will see what can be done to stop Zardom.
I admit, I underestimated your abilities. When I heard you had been executed, I thought that was the end of you. Even when I started to hear news of your survival, I doubted your return. Anyone else in your position would have died, or given up. But what you have accomplished, You will determine the fate of our world. I will assist you in the trials that are to come. Everything for the Alb people.
Everything for the Alb people. Wardock and Zardom betrayed us all.
Wardeck was brought down by your frailties. Zardom grew too emotional. He believed in himself before the directive.
There's more to it than that. They worked together to plan this. Zardom only ever had one goal. Your position. The rank of First Elexiter. And Wardock dreamed of creating a dynasty. A legacy for himself. But we are not his children. We weren't even born in Zakor. Wardock took us from the Berserkers as children, and he fought to keep that secret from you.
Then Wardeck has been flawed for longer than I thought. And he was right to hide your heritage. I would have doubted your abilities. You have only proved that I was right to doubt you.
I have broken free. You are still the hybrid servant.
Your strength is admirable, but you are so misguided in your aims. That is your weakness.
Those who would be the new Lord. It is your task.
You saw the hybrid?
Yes. It was a hard fight, but I was victorious.
Any other Alb would have succumbed to his power. You truly are remarkable. But the hybrid's presence can still be felt. What happened?
We will no longer follow him. He will work for us from now on. I contaminated his Elex source with mana.
And you are seeking to work with the hybrid? The path of mercy. Probably the most complicated of all conceivable outcomes to this war. Do you think this can work?
If not, then the hybrid will have to die.
We will need to keep a close eye on him. We cannot afford for our people to fall under his control again. You were the strongest of us, Jax. You were the turning point in this war. But many of us still see you as a threat, and will continue to fight you. Which is why I will try to make sure that peace and order reign for our people as quickly as I can. Good work, Commander. The Alb people have you to thank for this new future.
Where is Wardak? Where is my father?
He left shortly after the last time you were here. I thought he would join you in your fight against the hybrid.
No, he didn't.
Well then, I don't know when he'll return.
He will not come back here. He's on the run from Zakor, and from me.
Why from you?
He betrayed me.
Well, I have no intel on his whereabouts. He has disappeared.
He will return one day. Of that I'm sure.
That's it. The Alb's defenses have been destroyed. But our work is far from complete. Is it over? Were you able to inject the mana into the hybrid?
It is done. Exactly as you wanted. The hybrid will begin a new age. Mana is already changing him.
Then my work has paid off. I was right.
Yes, the hybrid has already started to develop emotions. He will stand by the free people of Magellan now. The Albs, however.
Well, the Albs won't be quick to accept that their time is over. Many of them will continue to bring Elex north in the hope of reaching the next stage of evolution.
As long as they do that, they will not stop fighting us.
All that counts is that we can now believe in our future. We can make it what we want.
I fear that it will not. The hybrid was gathering Elex to prepare Magellan for the arrival of another threat to our world. They were responsible for the comet. Now, they are coming to conquer us.
So, that is what motivated him. What else did he tell you of this threat? How much time do we have before they arrive?
He didn't say, but at most, we have only a few years.
Then time will be our enemy. We must begin our preparations. You have shown us that we can overcome challenges if we work together. You will inspire us in the challenges to come. We will need your strength if we are to defend our planet. I hope to be able to stand at your side when the time comes. Look after yourself. We shall meet again, friend.
How did you find me?
I'm starting to understand your plans and habits.
You know my plans?
Yes, but you won't succeed in taking the place of the first Alexander.
And who will stop me? You. You will learn to fear the mutant force that serves me. If you don't, you will die.
You will pay for your treachery.
Your force of will is a mark of your time as an alb. But that is something we share. I will not give up my ambitions to you, Jax. You have stood in my way for too long.
So, you That's left a mark.
You had better leave. You had better leave. You had better you had better leave. How did you find me?
I'm starting to understand.
You know my plans?
Yes, but you won't succeed.
And who will stop me? You will learn to fear if you don't.
You will pay for your treachery.
Your force of will is a mark of your time as an alb. But that is something we share. I will not give up my ambitions to you, Jax. You have stood in my way for too long.
So, you want to fight?
I'm in.
I heard you with that infernal machine, the hybrid.
Is that what you heard?
So, what did the hybrid say?
He ingested mana. It has changed him.
You managed to pump the hybrid full of that berserker shit?
I guess you could say that.
Either you're full of shit, or worse yet, what you're saying is true and those tree-hugging assholes will come for us. Either way, you're too much of a threat to be left standing. The quicker you say goodbye to this world, the better for all of us.
So, you wanna fight?
The invincible hybrid. Omnipotent, all-knowing. What I once believed, now I know. The hybrid is all-powerful. He will lead us into the future.
The hybrid has changed. You will see a difference in him from now.
Your progress has been impressive. You are efficient, determined. You have a keen mind. Those qualities are clear in you, Commander. Elex control. You lose yourself when you lose your connection to your brothers. Doubt that, and you will lose both yourself and the future that was destined for you. Heed my advice.
The reports from Zakor are pretty confused. Can you tell us what's going on?
The hybrid lives, but the balance of power has shifted. The hybrid will work with the free people. He will help us change the future.
You want me to believe that the Albs will agree to get friendly and help us? The Albs are still patrolling. I saw them only a few hours ago.
Yes, and you should cease your resistance to their plans. Only the hybrid and his chosen can survive what is to come. You should look to the defenses of this place. They will be needed in the storm to come.
What storm? Who are we fighting now?
The hybrid has evolved beyond any of us. His abilities have foreseen a danger that threatens us all.
And you believe him?
Yes. You chose me to lead the people here in Origin. Now, you must follow my decision.
Well, that's not terrifying at all. But I suppose I don't have any choice but to roll with it. And I've got to say, I knew you were the one to make sense of all this. I saw it. I saw it before all the others. Origin was founded to provide you with a base. So, know that we stand with you in the storm to come.
What if I say the Duke?
Yeah, whatever. Let's get on with it.
He's dead.
As long as you know the shit you've walked into. So, you actually did it. Is that Alb freak finally gone?
No. The hybrid is still alive. He surrendered to me.
You had it at your mercy. Why didn't you just kill the damn thing? Well, I guess you're built out of tougher stuff than the Duke. Shit. Whatever this god does for them, it certainly helps these clerics fight. You'd almost think they were outlaws. There must be more of those fuckers out there somewhere.
Follow me.
All right, sure.
It's remarkable what one person can achieve. You defeated the hybrid. The fact you taught it emotion is fascinating. It will be interesting to see what happens next. With their common enemy gone, will the factions unite? What will the hybrid become? I'm intrigued to find out. But what happens next? You're now part of Magellan's great history. There is still so much to discover. Now that the war is over, it should be much easier for us to explore and gather that data.
Shit, that was pretty good.
You're doing well, I see. What about the hybrid?
I convinced him to change his mind. I think he will work with the people of Magellan now, rather than try to destroy them. He could be a force for good.
Then Thorold was right all along. Who'd have known? Well, it's over now. It is for us to decide the future. We must take this chance.
Good stuff, asshole.
I have to get my thoughts together.
From a lost sheep to a wolf. You might not be a berserker, but you defeated the hybrid. And now you've climbed so far. What will you do now? Will you let the free people live in peace?
Yes. The hybrid will help us bring the remaining elves into line.
Your courage has brought the world to this place. Magellan owes you. I bow my head in thanks on behalf of all free people.
Fuck this place, let's find some action.
So, you did it. You did do it, right?
Yes. I defeated the hybrid. Yes, I changed the hybrid. But it will take some time before he truly accepts his new role as protector of Magellan.
I don't know why, but from the first moment I saw you, I knew you could do it.
You did?
Yeah, okay. Well, to be completely honest, when I saw you for the first time, I thought, who the fuck is this asshole? But, you know, you turned out to be okay. You haven't just decided the war. You've looked out for the little people, too. People can say what they want, but I think you're okay.
That's good to know.
Best compliment you're gonna get from me, asshole.
Are you serious?
You are talking nonsense.
Well...
They only care about shards. You know that.
We've got to get this sorted. I have shit to do.
Yeah, I'd heard there'd been a lot of fighting.
There has been news from the Ice Palace. They say that the hybrid is no longer a threat.
You must welcome that news.
I hope that this means an end to all conflicts, and not merely a change of enemy to one of the other factions.
The hybrid isn't dead, but he will serve the free people from now on.
Serve the free people? I find that hard to believe.
He has ingested mana. Exposure to it has changed who he is.
Mana? The Elex the Berserkers process with their plants. And that has altered the hybrid?
It has made him more aware. He now has a conscience and is capable of empathy.
And the Berserkers came up with this plan. That is quite incredible. Judicator Obrecht has passed into the world beyond. He was a great man, but his death came as part... His death leaves me as the... Whatever path like... That is truly good news. The world will know your name. May Kalan protect you. May your name be honored through the ages. You took care of our problem with the Elex trading, even though you knew that we can't accept you into our ranks. I will reward you accordingly for this service. The clerics owe you their thanks.
It can't continue like this, right?
Something wrong.
Teach me something.
Yeah? Did I invite you?
Hey, you. We have to talk.
What do you want?
There's a rumor going around that you were with the hybrid in the Ice Palace. It's a stubborn rumor. Those sorts of things often turn out to be true.
Is it true?
If there's any truth to it. And I'd be surprised if a man who killed the hybrid didn't start to get other ideas about who on Magalan they would overthrow.
The hybrid was contaminated with mana. He's working for all of us now. Even you.
Mana? You're feeding it the Berserker's magic? Can you trust it? I mean, that thing was crazy without cramming it with that stuff.
You're going to have to live with it.
I'm thinking I don't have to live with anything. I'm thinking it would be safer if you didn't leave this place alive. I will kill you. Haha!
I'll crush you!
You will not stand against me.
You're in trouble now.
You bastard!
Don't take it personally.
Some guys just open their mouths too much. Okay.
I owe you. Thanks. Thanks for helping me.
All right, fuck you!
emoji electric slug, emoji joystick, emoji smacking wood stick.
You need a break every once in a while if you're going to stay sane.
Good to
Do you get one?
You still don't get it, do you?
I stop listening whenever she opens her mouth.
Who else are you telling that?
Who knows what they're doing?
If that's what you wanted. Alright then, fuck you!
You want trouble?
Everything okay with us?
Us? Well, you're a... Someone's looking for trouble.
This.
We'll get that bastard!
I'm here!
I'll finish you. Just killed him. Someone stop that.
Let's finish them!
Fuck this!
We have nothing to say to each other.
How about you just kiss my ass?
Now you'll get it.
Trouble you.
that's what...
I'm here!
Not now.
You, report to William immediately.
Later.
It's good to see you.
I'll crush you! Finish them!
Stay safe.
Everything okay?
Yes. It's better if you go, believe me.
What the hell?
Yes. It's better if you go, believe me.
Finish them!
Save my faction for being dicks. Emoji happy tears, emoji thumbs up. I'm out, you guys have a good night.